Woo! Finally, got a new figure to review. All my previous reviews, actually that's a lie. My Venom review was a new figure. I promised myself this wouldn't be a long video because my other reviews have been 20 minutes and stuff. So, today we have the MAFEX 118 Carnage, and I think this guy is based off of Maximum Carnage. I have, like, the trade paperback of that, I forget what the Marvel series is called, but I'll put it in here. So I can't believe, getting this guy was so surreal, because I missed out on the original version, and I didn't think MAFEX would ever re-release this, and when I found out they were, I was like, I gotta have it, and I missed it. I missed it so many times. It kept going on pre-order, and every time I tried to pre-order it, I would add it to my cart, I would check out, and by the time I checked out, it said, this item is no longer available, and it happened like 3 times. I was so worried. I was like, there's no shot I actually miss out on this, and then I nabbed it up one time. I had some free time, and I nabbed it up. I saw it, and I got it. And so, here I have it, and you'll hear my thoughts on it. And so, yeah, let's just dive right on in. So, before we actually look at the good stuff, we have the box. And I think I said this before in my Superman video, but I keep my MAFEX boxes because they hold the accessories well, and I like the way they look. So we have like a comic corner box up here. It says Marvel, 6-inch, the number of the figure, and then we have a picture of the figure, the actual figure, Amazing Spider-Man, Carnage, comic version, so maybe they'll do like a movie version for Let There Be Carnage. I actually like that movie. MAFEX Metacom, picture of the figure, titles, logos, picture of the figure, some accessories and stuff, titles, logos, number, as the Foosh would say, creepy bear, down in that corner. On the bottom, unreadable or unpiratable hologram sticker, proving it's authentic. And we have some more product shots with some more titles. So that's the box. Out of here it goes. I don't toss these away though, because I like them. And that's it.
Your spine! It's what's for dinner!
So, first we have the accessories, and I mean, even compared to other MAFEX, this guy comes with loads. So getting into like the more standard stuff, he comes preloaded with a pair of fists. Or wait, hold on. I got my lefts and rights mixed up. So they look pretty cool. All the hands also have like that same almost 3-stripe pattern on the back, you'll notice. Then we have like these gesture grabbing hands, kind of not too wide a grip or anything, but you know, pretty cool looking, pretty useful. And then he has these very scene specific, but also very cool to include because no other Carnage has these. Oh my god. These little pokey hands. And that is because in like one panel of Maximum Carnage, I believe, he stabs the dude's eye out, or plucks the dude's eye out with these and stuff. But then he comes with these web grabbing hands. And yes, web grabbing. And so here he is, you know, grabbing hold. Fingers are individually sculpted on both. So, all the hands also have claws. And then, we get to the first MAFEX figure I'm covering with these. He has claw hands with magnets. And so, all of the Spider-Man characters, I believe, so far have had magnets, and Carnage is no exception. And while these aren't as strong as my Homecoming or 185, they're stronger than like my Symbiote Spider-Man magnets. And so I got like a picture of him on the fridge with only 3 hands, or 3 limbs. And so finally we have these feet as well with magnets. And they put them on the toe joint and the heel. So that's pretty neat. He has one web accessory, which is all curly twirly. around and stuff, and it's got some decent, you know, extension on it and stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's a very nice plastic. I don't know how to describe it. I'll just leave it like that. But it's very rigid and stuff. It doesn't like fall limp. It comes with these two separately molded and sculpted tendril accessories. You can just slip them onto his forearms or thighs or ankles or wherever you see fit. And oh, there he is in the background. So those are neat. I won't worry about putting them in perfectly. Comes with two alternate heads. He comes with this one that caused a lot of controversy on his first release. I think it looks pretty cool. It has filled in pink mouth, and it makes sense because Carnage's mouth had no shading on it in the comics. And so if it really was 3D, there would be some sort of shadow cast on it. And so I think that it makes sense. Though with dynamic lighting, there will still be a shadow no matter what, because that's how light works. Oh my god, I'm gonna scar something on here. Thank god I didn't. We have the Maimer, the murderer himself, Cletus Cassidy, you know, looking good. I think the Marvel Legends does a better job making him look psychotic and stuff, which is always great, you know? You really love those Hannibal Lecter types. But I think this one has better quality to it and stuff. He has two of these hands. These are probably my favorite. These like Wolverine type bladed hands. Or X-23 more accurately. And so, those look really cool. These two, one for each. And the plastic is a little warped, but that's nothing some heating can't fix. He has two of these sword hands that come to kind of a point here. And stuff. So, that's pretty cool, of course. Again, most of these are new accessories that like no Carnage figures come with. He has two of these shooting web hands out of the fingertips. And that's very cool. Same plastic type for the web here as his normal swinging web I showed you. And it's very firm, doesn't fall or anything. I swear, dude, some of the paint, I'm really dropping the ball, or the hammer. He has this hammer hand. It's hammer time. And he only has one hammer hand. I should make that known. And he has one of his classic axe hands. And so he has an axe hand for the right, or the right, and a hammer hand for the left. So, those are all of his accessories. And now finally, looks like it's going to be a long video again. We can get to the figure himself. I also forget, as the MAFEX figure, he comes with one of their stands. I like these. You have the base, the arm, the clamp, different type of clamp with a crotch cradle, and a rod. They started adding those last two things recently with their newer ones, and I don't really like them, but they're nice to have. You can probably like paint them and use them for something else, but yeah, finally, let's get on to this Carnage figure, the whole point of the video. Finally, we have Carnage, and I left on his last pair of hands, the normal claw hands without a magnet, because these are my favorite of his non-weapon hands. I think they just work well for posing Carnage. Most of the Marvel Legends have claw hands, but so, getting a closer look, and I think he looks amazing. I really like the color choices. A really nice bright red, really matte black and stuff. So he has the white eyes here, of course, and they're uneven. I forget the word right now. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, you could say, but looks really nice. The details on it, and again, not the same on each side. Going up on the head, even rotating him around on the back there, and all of these black bits on him are sculpted on. And I will say, at least my version of the reissue does not. Hold on, let me change up some stuff here. So He has all of these lines are sculpted in on him, and I will say my version does not have the best paint. You can see here, like on the thigh, right there, you can kind of see it's not perfectly on the line, and a lot there going down, and on the shoulder was where I also noticed it. But that's only really looking at it, and like when you look from a distance, you can kind of see it looks fine. It looks really good. And for me, I like the design of classic Carnage like this, Maximum Carnage kind of. So it's kind of a no-brainer that I would like the way they designed this figure. I'm really a stickler for just classic comic designs or really simple ones. I think they look good. And so, yeah, that's about it. Some paint might have moved or chipped off here on the front. You see where my thumb is. But, again, not too bad. I think, is it good? No, but that happened almost immediately, and it hasn't gotten any worse. So I think it's just kind of like because of how, and that is directly where the diaphragm is when you move it all the way forward. So I think that's just kind of a product of it. But now we got articulation and size comparisons to get to. So I can't really fix the way the light is flickering, but anyways, moving on to articulation, and MAFEX does some amazing things. If you've seen my Superman review, I think they probably are my favorite figure company, but you can't like collect them too regularly just because they're most definitely a premium price. So, popping off the head here, you can see that his neck has kind of a kink to it. If it'll focus. Ever. Like, ever. Here we go. So, you want to angle that backwards like I have it, so you'll get maximum up articulation. That's him looking all the way up. You can get him looking all the way down. You can get some really nice, crazy looking tilt. Like he's gonna go full psycho on you. So that's really good, you know, all this movement. He has butterfly joints that'll hinge forward that much. Hinge backwards that much. Hinge up total that far with both joints, and hinge down all the way flat. He has full rotation. Both of my shoulder joints are squeaky, as you can naturally hear. He has bicep swivel, full 360, double jointed elbows that bend in very nicely, and he has the standard wrist balls that can swivel and hinge either direction, so either like that or like that, depending on how you have them. He has full rotation here, very fluid torso, can move back that far with with just the torso, can move forward that far with just the torso, can move both with the abdomen and torso, which is so good. He can move back so far too with both, so that's really great. And again, he has tilt, boom, tilt, boom. I mean, they really knocked it out of the park. When I got this figure, I didn't expect him to be so posable. Like, I knew MAFEX was, but I didn't think he'd be this good. He has the softer, rubbery crotch like Superman does, which means you can kick him way past 90 here. He has, because of that softer crotch too, you can actually kick him backwards a little bit. Right there. You can see he bends up all the way in his knee, and he has the standard ball joints, the same as the wrists, and you can pivot and stuff too. So overall, he's fantastic. You can get him into, right there, fantastic posing. I'm the best action figure poser out there. I think Sir Dork has nothing on me. Actually, he has everything on me. Go subscribe to him instead. But yeah, let's get to some size comparisons now. I, again, forgot in the previous section, he has toe joints as well, like all MAFEX do. But first, we have the most prudent of all comparisons. two Marvel Legends figures. We have the Marvel Legends 2018 Venom Wave Carnage with a, quote, custom painted. It's really just Sharpie on the axe and the claw hand he has there. And surprisingly, they're almost the same height. Like, they're just about at the same height. And then here we have... I have to get him out of his pose. I didn't do this beforehand. I'm sorry. I'm going to make sure he stands. We have the Absolute Carnage figure from the 2021 Venom Wave. So, these are the two Carnages I had beforehand, and this one knocks it out of the park. Definitely blows them out of the water right there. So, we're getting them out of the way. So next we have his Papa, his Gramps, if you will. We have the Marvel Legends 3-pack Venom with, oh, he's gonna fall. No, he's not. I got him. The King in Black head on there, which I think looks great. I think they scale really well. And the 2018 Venom Wave, Venom, naturally. And I think they both look good. But I definitely like the 3-pack one as a figure better, and I think he scales a little better as well. Now we've got some Spider-Man. Or Spider-Men. So, we have the MAFEX Black Suit Spidey from Secret Wars. He looks really good. I love that figure. I got to do a review on him as well. And the MAFEX 185 Red and Blue Spidey. They both look really good, especially with Carnage here. I think if you only have one and you have like a Marvel Legend of the other, you'll be fine, unless it's like the retro body, and I'll show that off right now. We have the Ultimate Spider-Man body mold of Miles Morales. I think that came out in 2016. He was like the third Marvel Legend I ever picked up. Third figure in my really collection, if you think about it, when I started to get into it. So, we have the retro molded Ben Reilly with a Renew Your Vows head. And, of course, Miles. I think Miles looks really good, and that's hand from the Gamerverse version, the electricity. But I just think Ben... Actually, if you have, like, the Renew Your Vows or the retro-carded Black Suit Spider-Man, I think, because it's, like, the same body pretty much, I think you'll be good. I think they scale well. They're the same height. I like Carnage a little bit bigger than Spider-Man, but that works just fine, actually, if you have it. So... disregard what I was telling you earlier. If you maybe want some crossover stuff, it's still MAFEX. But I got the MAFEX Hush Black Suit Batman. Favorite figure in my collection. Think I said that in the Superman video. Batman's my favorite superhero. Black and gray is my favorite costume. And that captures it perfectly. And then we have the MAFEX Hush Joker, who's off angle. And I just bumped my phone. That looks pretty cool, too. I think if you want some maniacal goodness going on. So there's two little DC figuroonies there. They're looking pretty neato. Oh, boy. Yeah, if you want some of that going on, you can do that. It looks good to me. Now, finally, we have the X-Men retro-carded 97 Wolverine, if you maybe want them to get into their claws and fight off or something. And I can't believe I forgot this guy. The MAFEX Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly. And funny enough, the Ben Reilly is almost as tall as the Carnage. I think Ben is taller than the other two Spider-Men, but his hips are the same as Carnage's shoulders. And if you remember the sounds they made, yeah. I really hope that, I heard MAFEX might be re-releasing the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, and I hope so. I hope, man.
For the love of God! Please!
So I think I've covered just about everything with this MAFEX Carnage. I think, hopefully, if you manage to watch this instead of one of the other guys, this either convinced you to or to not get it. It's not perfect, like I said. Similar to the 185, there could be paint chipping issues, but I don't see it being nearly as bad on this guy as for better and for worse, he's more gappy as well. And so you saw that in the articulation. I didn't really mention it because, again, that's not something that really bothers me because it's an action figure. You know, I always, look at it, as a 3D representation. You know, not a NFT McFarlane. No. No. Okay, I've composed myself. I'm back. I'm all ready. But yeah, this guy, I mean, he's the price of a standard MAFEX, and he comes with almost double the amount of accessories. Those are my knuckles, by the way. He scales really well. If you have the MAFEX Venom, which I heard they're also re-releasing, I bet you could. He's a bit small, but I bet you could make it work with some action shots. So overall, he's probably the best Carnage you can get, other than the amazing Yamaguchi. If you like that design more, get that design, because that's probably, I think that's one of the best Carnages as well. So if you prefer maybe that or the SH Figure Arts movie one, get that. But for a classic comic 90s inspired Carnage, I think this is the one to buy. And if you can't afford it, the Marvel Legends are still a great option. I mean, since 2018 I've had that one, and I used some Sharpie to make it look a little better on the hands, but they're great figures. I like to have one definitive version for characters, unless it's someone I really like. And so Carnage, I don't mind having a couple, but I don't think I see myself getting another Carnage for a very long time. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, at least maybe got some entertainment out of this. And if you didn't, that's fine. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Take care.